What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Jose, here from Team Dragkon. On today's video, I mentioned that I was going to introduce a team member. So he's here, we're finally doing a video, and I'm going to have him do the honors of introducing himself, the deck he's playing with, and at the end of the video, he's going to show you some combos and things of that nature that he plays with. So stay tuned.
What's going on, guys? My name is Trey. I'm here with my boy Jose. He finally, got me together so we can do this video. Here to give a deck profile, show you guys what I want to play with. Been playing with for a long time. Finally, my Novas, they're on top, man. They on top. It's been a long time coming. So I'm glad to be here, and let's get this deck profile started. Alright, let's get started. First, I'm going to give my starter, Extreme Battler Cobutron. I run him. I try Vic Head, Counter Blast, but I also have other things that, let me counter charge on my deck. So, this is why I run him instead of Vic Head. I'm going to start out with triggers. I run 3 of the SAR crit triggers, the ones that unflip, you counter blast 1, unflip 2 damage. I mean, can't get no better than that. Pretty straightforward, to the point. I've been test playing for a little bit. Trying stand triggers out in my deck. Stand triggers work out pretty good. I don't know what other triggers don't work in this deck because this deck is just so consistent. But I run 1 Extreme Battler. It's hard to pronounce some of these names. Wall. So I run 1 of him. He's a good draw power, and he restands another rear guard. And then I run 2 Energy Girls. At the end of the battle, she boosts. You can go combo from there. Once she restands, goes back into the deck before swinging that Vanguard again. Still multi-attack. Keep it going. I run 6 draw triggers. These 2 basically just hand fodder for perfect guards. Guard, anything you need. All my draw triggers I consider hand fodder, to be honest. If my draw triggers last in my hand for a long enough time, I can put them in the soul if I need to, for later in the game if I have the soul blast, give plus 3,000, things of that nature. Me personally, last but not least, on my heals, I run 4 of the Extreme Battler Gun Seal heals, just because of the simple fact that regardless, we still soul charge in the deck, and he requires 1 soul charge, and then if I call out the G Guardian, I can still counter charge. So this is why I mainly run this heal instead of the other one that automatically goes to the graveyard, and this, it discards and goes, so you can counter charge or either soul charge. This deck is just too good, so that's why I run that. Let's get to grade 1s. I run 3 Extreme Battler Gunsdon. There's not really much to explain about this guy. Pretty boss. You rest him, restand him, he gets plus 4k for each face-up card in your G-Zone. Can't get no better than that. He makes huge columns. Yeah, that's enough about him. And I run 3 Gyro Hawks. I don't really get to use him that often, because most of the time my opponents don't normally last for me to use him. I'm not trying to say that to be cocky, but yeah, I think it's just because I mostly run a lot of draw triggers. I love draw triggers. Makes my deck, makes my hand full, makes sure I have something in my hand at all times. So he's a good late gamer if I ever have to use him, or early game. But then I also, of course, gotta run 4 Stride Fodders. That's just me, just in case.
Ooh, the SP.
Oh yeah, 1 SP. He's very pretty. I would have more, but he costs too much. So they all still work the same regardless. 4 of the new Perfect Guards. It's Perfect Guard, and you get the Counter Blast 1. You get the draw card. Can't get no better than that. Let's go with grade 2s. 3 Sazandas, Extreme Battle Sazanda. I run him. Every time he restands, he gets plus 5k, GB1. So, he's pretty good. Plus 5. Every time you restand him, gets plus 5. easy. This deck restands way too much. Nah, you can't never stand way too much, so can't never do that, but run him. And of course, gotta run waifu. I only run 3 of waifu though. Finally got a waifu card, and she's not foil, but she is amazing. She restands, and she gets +5 for each card, face-up card in your G-Zone. I mean, that is just ridiculous. For say you have 5 cards face-up in your G-Zone, she gets +25,000. So she's automatic 34 just for restanding.
Don't sound bad at all, do it?
Not too bad at all. I run 2 Stream Battler Ninja. I've been test playing with him just because the new format comes out with the new rule, with the whole once per turn rule change. Makes combos way different. I mean, it's just, it changes the whole, that once per turn rule changes the game for this Nova Grappler deck tremendously. I was running Cool Hank. I took him out just to try this guy out, and he's amazing because once you Counter Blast 1, restand the unit, give it +2,000 for each face-up card in your G-Zone. Same thing, if you have 5 face-up in your G-Zone, give another unit +10k for just restanding. Sounds pretty good to me. I mean, what more do you want with a 10k beater in your face plus with its original attack? Can't get no better. This guy. Gold Sachi. Boy, have we been needing some of this for Nova Grapplers for a long time. Just swing, just attack and counter blast 1, restand the unit. Can't get no better. Like I said, this deck restands way too much. No, it doesn't. Doesn't restand enough. Can't get no better than that. And then when you restand him, he gets +7k. I have some combos to show you guys that you'll be like, man, this is ridiculous.
Now y'all know why I've been struggling against this deck.
Of course, this deck can't really function without this guy. The grade 3 Zubat Victor. He's absolutely amazing. I mean, when you stride, you Counter Blast 1. Plus, you can draw 1 card off the rip. Then when you call a card, you choose a unit, and you get to pick whichever unit you want. Whenever it attacks, it restands a unit. Can't get no better than that. I know I'm saying that a whole lot because this deck is too good. I don't think they realize how good they made this deck when they made these cards. Then at the end of the turn, if you have at least one card face up in your damage zone, or 1 card or less in your soul, you get the counter charge 1. Or you get to soul charge 1. If you do both, you get to draw a card. That's 2 cards already that you just get to draw just because he's on the field. You stride, draw a card. At the end of the turn, draw another card. I run 6 draw triggers. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want? Plus, big hands are intimidating.
And annoying. And annoying.
I run 1 excessive Battler Victor.
SP.
Yeah, he is SP full art. I couldn't bring myself to take him out of the deck because he's SP. He's full art. Plus, good late game, early game. You know, if I restand the unit, if I attack with Gold Sachi, restand him, give my whole front row +2k. That's really good in my opinion. If I ever have to ride into him, which I usually never don't because I run 4 of the Stride Fighter, so yeah, more consistency. And then also I run 2 Extreme Battler Victors.
Another SP.
Yeah, another SP, full art, you know. This guy, even if I didn't get a Zubat, he is still absolutely amazing. I don't care what everybody else says. He's still really good. I mean, for 1 counter blast, you still get to restand the unit. So, and then, the deck just restands a crap ton. So, it's just too good. Too good. So, that's it for my deck. Let's get into this extra deck. We'll start out with G Guardians. I run 2 Meteor Kaiser Gundred. I run him just because, me personally, I like to flip over my extra deck just because I'm going to kill you as fast as I can, as quick as I can. I don't want to be no long drawn out games, none of that. I don't know why I still run 1 of him because the deck take care of himself, but if I ever needed to get into a pinch and needed to counter charge or soul charge enough, I would use him more, but I never do.
And because it's an SP.
Yeah, and it's because of SP. That too. I run 2 Meteor Kaiser Dog and Titan. This guy is probably one of the best G Guardians Nova Grappler has ever gotten. If you have less rear guards than your opponent, he gets plus 10,000. And then for 1 Soul Blast, if he's in your face up in your G zone, you can unflip him. I mean, that's
pretty busted.
Pretty busted. So can't get no better than that. I run 4 Meteor Kaiser Victo Plasma. I mean, personally, I don't necessarily like running Buster. Buster is good and all, but I don't like to run him because you would need to run 4 of them and you have to flip 4 of them. He's flip fodder. To me, I can flip up 2 with, I can flip up 2 of them with the new Victor, and then if I ever need to go into him later in the game, I can still flip him over and still, swing twice with him just for the extra, damage. But that's why I mostly run him. Meteor Kaiser Victor, he's still really, really good. I mean, when he attacks, whenever you go into him, you're never going to go into him first. Never, ever going to go into him first. So first off, when you swing, he restands a unit and gives it plus 5k. And if he hit, he restands the unit and gives it plus 5k. And this one is a full art. Also, if you stride with the new Zubat, you swing and restand the unit. So you restand 3 rear guards just based off him. Possibly 3 rear guards, 2 at the minimum, 3 if he hits. Can't get no better. 2 favorite champ Victors. He was my favorite at first because I didn't realize until someone told me that his ability was not once per turn, and I had like 10 cards in my hand, and they said I could keep paying the cost over and over and keep swinging with him over and over again. So he's a good second stride if you want to try to end the game right then and there if you have enough cards in your hand. I've tried it before. It's usually very devastating and game ending. So that's why I run him, 2 of him.
Pretty SGR too, by the way.
Yeah, GB8 still gets in that booty. Still gets in there. Yeah, GB8. Yeah, enough said about him. This guy right here, winning champ, he does exactly that. I only run 1 because I feel like the deck, you could run 2 just because I feel like 2 is definitely not needed in this deck. But he's the very first stride you want to go into. You have Gold Sachi or any of the restanding rear guards that restand anything. That's just right out the bat. 2 face up 2 cards in your G zone. It's just amazing. And then when you restand, he gets plus 5. The unit gets plus 5. It's just too good of a combo. Then when he hits GB3, you get the retire unit. You get the draw card. This deck is just too good. And of course, the icing on the cake. Gotta have your boy Stark. Got to have your boy Stark.
So damn sexy.
Yeah, Stark is I was a little underwhelmed when I first read Stark, and then when I finally got a chance to ultimate stride somebody and swing 3 times for 36,000. Yeah, pretty busted. So that's it for my deck profile.
That's it for this video. This is Trey. Nova Grappler deck. Pretty busted. Pretty consistent. Some of the combos that he does are pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. So like I said, it's pretty good stuff.
Hopefully you hear from us soon. Yeah. We're gonna start going to tournaments and start spanking some booty. You know how we do.
So
Team Dragkon, you heard it here first.
Going to Game Theory. They're starting to do live events. They're going to start doing tournaments every Saturday. So I'm definitely going to be there in one of them. Mm-hmm. So Trey, do you want to say something before we end this video?
No, not really. I said enough in my video. Nova Grappler is number 1. Number 1, baby. Nova Grapplers to the top. We made it.
All right. So this Jose. Trey from Team Dragkon. We're out.